it's really important that we hear the views of the people who use these services so that it can better inform the decisions we're taking, but also so that we can redesign services to meet people's needs. So yes, a day like today is a very important part of the engagement work that we undertake. So the CCG approaches engagement in many different ways. So we're making use of social media, we're making sure that for people who, say for example, can't get along today, people who are working, that we use social media to get feedback on the services that we purchase. But of course an event such as today is really important because we get to meet people in the flesh. We get to meet people who might not be great users of social media, people from various different backgrounds. So this is one part of our engagement strategy, but nevertheless it's a very important part.
Citizens panels are really the only way of getting information from a lot of citizens in Salford to find out their views on health and social care in a way that brings them together in a kind of social aspect, if you like, because people enjoy that they can sit next to each other, learn a bit about what's happening on the doorstep, but then also they can learn about health and social care services and what's changing and how they can have a view.
I think it is really useful because we see things as staff from a staff perspective and what's important to us, but I'm very well aware that the experience of the patient can be very different and they can come up with things that doesn't even occur to us. So for example, a really simple thing was when we put the last new building up, we had white pillars and people who were partially sighted kept walking into them. So that never occurred to those of us who are not partially sighted, but it's a really easy thing to fix in that we put coloured tiles on.
Because of the work that we're doing around dementia, and obviously the Salford Way is directly related to dementia, I think that's the reason why they've invited us in. And Salford Way has impacted not only Salford but right across Greater Manchester, and assisting people who have dementia finding their way around the city. So I think that's really why they brought us in. So what we've done is a team of people have gone into various businesses, different services, and spoken to them, and then delivered a Dementia Friends session for them, making that business or service dementia friendly, so people understand when somebody comes through the door with dementia how to assist them, and that's really the key thing.
Well, falls is one of the biggest killers in the UK, and like we said, we are part of the falls service. Salford has one of the highest rates of falls in the country, but there is now new work going on. There's going to be a lot of money put into it, so that's quite exciting too. So especially over the winter when it's going to be icy and there's leaves on the floor, so it's just a case of keeping safe, and hopefully all this work is going to pay off.